Is a vegan diet actually dangerous? Well, we asked the question because an influencer who moved to Sri Lanka and switched to, it has to be said, a very restrictive tropical fruit diet has died of starvation and exhaustion.
So, we're asking the question today, can a vegan diet be dangerous to our health, or is this just a one-off case? Well, author and wellbeing guru Davinia Taylor says we evolved on meat. It's why we are the planet's alpha species. But Peta spokesperson Margarita Sachkova says eating meat is linked to cancer, heart disease and diabetes. Well, good morning to you both. Very, very good to see you this morning. Margarita, let's start with you. Why is eating meat a bad thing?
Well, thank you for inviting me here. And obviously today what we're discussing is a very sad case, but it's definitely not an example of a healthy, balanced, nutritionally balanced vegan diet. And we know for sure that there are so many examples of people actually striving on a plant-based diet. Just think of world-leading athletes like Novak Djokovic or Lewis Hamilton, who is the 7-time world champion in Formula One, and he nabbed quite a few world titles while being a vegan. And he is in a perfect health condition. And what we know for sure, there have been so many researchers saying that eating meat, eating dairy, consuming animal products are linked to so many diseases that can be prevented. And I'm speaking about cancer, I'm speaking about diabetes, I'm speaking about heart diseases. So the best thing you can do for your health is to ditch meat products. It's also great for the planet, as you know, you can reduce your carbon footprint by switching to a vegan diet. And of course, it's better for the animals who are killed in slaughterhouses for our food. And anyone who is considering going vegan, of course, they need to do their research, and the key is in balanced diet. And Peta has so many resources. I have here with me this vegan starter kit that has information on vegan nutrition, and you can learn more at peta.org.uk. We have, guides on where to find your protein, what foods to eat, where to get all the nutrients, and there is abundance of information. So it's absolutely possible to stay healthy, and I would even claim it's way healthier to ditch meat and animal products from your diet.
OK, look, Davinia, there is an argument here, isn't there, to say, you may not like the idea of a plant-based diet, but there are plenty of people who are not eating a nutritionally balanced food diet who eat meat as well.
Well, I mean, personally, coming from experience, as soon as I cut out the typical plant-based ingredients, be it soy, grains, corn, and things just like granola, vegetable and seed oil, I lost 4 stone. I came off antidepressants, and I'm lean and healthy, and I have extremely good bone density for a mum of 4 who is 45. And I think basically what's being pushed here is just another avenue for big food to get in our kitchen cupboards, in our kids' diets, and just load them with highly inflammatory, highly processed junk food that's been greenwashed under the guise of veganism and saving the planet. It's just junk food. I mean, there is nothing more bioavailable than beef. And I am totally in agreement with the factory farming. It's horrific. I live in North Lancashire. I'm in a very rainy Clitheroe right now. My farm is round the corner. That's where I get my lamb from. It rains every day here. We've got the best grass in the world. The animals are treated with respect. This is natural selection. And I've got 4 boys. There is not a cat in hell's chance they're going vegan. Not a cat in hell's chance. They have bacon and eggs in the morning. It's all local. And at night they have meat, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, well, look, and that's fair enough. And in a sense, we're not having the argument as to what you prefer to do. That's sort of up to we can say that's up to the individual, can't we? But the idea of saying vegan food is junk food, well, look, that's not right, is it? I mean, if you're buying vegan processed food, well, it's as junky food as buying processed non-vegan food, isn't it? But if you're actually just
Correct.
The vegan diet
Correct.
itself isn't junk food.
This is where all these studies about meat being bad for you are just irrelevant, because you cannot literally check the human race over a diet of a period of time, because we just don't stick to anything. When you're looking at meat as something that's cancerous, Guaranteed you've had sausage rolls in there, you've had pasta in there, you've had tons of veg oil in there. It's impossible to regulate. It's impossible to quantify. I generally think if we had it around in our diet 200 years ago, it's more than likely not going to cause chronic disease just because of evolution. If you put a dog on a raw diet of meat, all of a sudden you take it off kibble, all of a sudden their chances of cancer go from 65% down to 4%. And this is a domesticated dog. They don't have grains in their diet. The vegan diet is so processed, it's ridiculous. Of course we have bananas, of course we have tangerines in our house, but it's the greenwashing that I'm concerned with. And the soy that comes in from China is all, it's genetically modified, and it's the basis for vegan food.
Margarita?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, vegan food doesn't have to be processed or junked. Like, think of lentils, think of kidney beans, of whole grains, brown rice, sweet potatoes, vegetables.
You have to prepare them and soak them overnight. It's very time-consuming.
They are widely available everywhere. You know that they're widely available everywhere. I was just passing by Wagamama on the way to the studio. Half of their menu has delicious and nutritious vegan options.
They trigger obesity.
I mean, speaking about cancerogenic thing, I think it's a really important topic. As you know, the World Health Organization says that red meat and processed meat are cancerogens, and we are talking about the same classification where you would have cigarettes or asbestos. So I would think twice before eating meat, and there is absolutely no need for humans at all. And if you go down to nutrition and if you break it down, you think of cholesterol, of saturated fats, and all these things, they're only found in animal products. And I would recommend anyone watching Game Changers documentary on Netflix, and they interviewed thousands of nutrition experts and leading athletes, and they all agree that eating meat is the best thing you can do for your health.
Well, we've got to leave it there. Good to see you both this morning. Thank you very much indeed.